And let's talk about the last thing we can do here, which is adding some sort of like cable on our model. I model this in ZBrush using ZModeler, or you can model something like this in Maya. The requirement is that it can connect the left side to the right side if I repeat it. So it's like tieable. Okay, some model like this with some cable on the side, some holder, this like that. So I have this guy now. Let me actually squeeze it in so it's like shorter. That way I'm getting a better result. And I'm gonna make it facing me this way. Go to brush, create, and create insert mesh, and say new. It's gonna give me a brush like this. And then I'm gonna go to the stroke palette and go to the curve and turn on curve mode. Go to brush. Now you have learned this before, maybe, so that you know what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna turn on while points and stretch so that it can repeat itself and connect it on every segment. Okay. Make sure that it's not triparts though. It's not triparts. Okay. Just this. Now we can drag out a curve like this. Alright. And then let's go back to our model, and we can apply this cable on different areas. Oops, where is my little panel detail over there? Oh, we're going to the old guy. That's our new guy. So let's say I want that cable to be maybe go positioned around, you know, this the inside or the outside of this circle here. Some cable around it. I'm gonna duplicate this guy. The duplicated guy, which is this guy here, I'm gonna move it above the boolean here. Oh, by the way, let's actually make this boolean a real geometry. Now you know that doing this will actually merge everything together because we just have one start. I just want to merge these two, right? Boolean them two together without destroying or creating a new two there. It's gonna be a mess. So to do that, I'm gonna go grab this panel here, and then yeah, we can just merge them together, going for a merge down. So that all those things are merged together. I'm gonna Control Shift and double click on this ball and delete hidden to get rid of that, and Control Shift and click on this and Control Shift A to grow out to select this. This entire cylinder here, and Control Shift again. I'm gonna go to the selection and drag to reverse that. I have this panel here. Now what I have to do is make this kind of a subtract shape by doing polygroup and group as dynamic subdivision. So this is gonna be subtract. So with this setup, what I can do now is go to the W, which is move, go to this gear here. I'm gonna go for this remesh by union. This is gonna apply the Boolean calculation only on the current sub2. As you see now, they're Boolean together, right? Quite nicely, and that's it. And now go back to my old topic. I duplicate this guy, right? So what I'm gonna do here for this guy is I'm gonna use one of the loops here on this guy for my cable to grow out. Maybe I can go Control Shift and click on this and do a delete hidden, so I just have to deal with this part. BZM, go to ZModeler, and then I can go for, maybe I wanted the cable to be there. I just need to go to crease and crease edge loop complete and click on there. That's gonna crease that. And then I'm gonna go for the stroke again. I'm gonna go for curve functions and frame mesh, but I'm only gonna frame the creased edge, so it's gonna frame there. I'm gonna go back to my brush, which is this guy, right? Click on it. Now you can see it's applying that little thing on that curve we created. Click on the model to finish that. Now you can see we're populating a really cool detail around that, and then we can go Shift and double click there and do a delete hidden, so we just have this circle now. Right. And let me make it bigger by inflating it. Something weird. I cannot do that actually. I need to have a bigger brush before. So let me go back. Make my brush bigger and click on it to reset it. Maybe too big. Smaller and click on it. Okay, cool. Click on the model to finish the curve. Control Shift and double click on this model and do delay hidden. Now we have some cool cable populated there. Press D button to smooth preview it. Right. Drag it in a little bit. A model like this isn't cheap though, like because I have a lot of detail on the cable, so it's a little expensive. But that's one of the ways you can really populate the beveling parts of a geometry by applying this kind of like geometry and this curve brush here to really populate tremendous amount of detail. Okay. Of course, this curve brush can be used in other purposes, like we can create cables. So let's say I want to connect the cable here to the back. Let's go here on this guy. It's just partially hidden. Anyway, I'm gonna go use this cable again, drag out the cable like this. As you can see, it's trying to snap, so I'm gonna drag to this direction. I'm gonna go for drag it a little bit and holding on Shift. It's gonna smooth it out. Again, new feature in not the new feature maybe, but underneath curve, the new feature will be those two things, right? If you go to Elast and Shift, drag and Shift, sorry. Drag first and then Shift, Elastic. It's gonna smooth it out, or the liquid. I forget which one it is, but one of the things can actually shrink them. Maybe not. Anyway, not really worried. I'm gonna drag this guy in to that little hole. Turn off those things and drag the other end. I'm gonna lock the start. Drag the other end maybe to the inside of this hole. Okay, and maybe just a little bit bigger. Oh, it's too big. And then maybe just do some more tweaking, but it's fine. I'm gonna click on the model to finish it, and then I'm gonna actually use my move to really refine the end. I probably need a bigger shape to hold that. Anyway, so that's another way you can use this curve brush to add some cables, right? And that would be cool. I need some connector down there too on this guy, so I'm gonna go to the other brushes. Maybe this machine parts, so I can insert something like that, or I don't know. Maybe this guy here, and grab that or that, drag out the shape like this, and rotate it and reposition it so that it can behave like a little connector there. Right, clear the mask. Cool. So you can adding a lot of cables around the body to just give it some more floating out detail, right? And we have a solid piece that does have a lot of detail on it, but we just don't have those floating things around, or maybe we don't even have some interiors. Like sometimes, especially when we're doing maybe body parts, like you can have some panel on the outside and some panel on the inside. I learned that in a very old tutorial there, from 3D Eat 3D or Namen Workshop. I don't remember which one it is. But if you search for ZBrush hard surface, that's the first one pop out. This tutorial here. It's really old. Some techniques is getting old, but the idea is you have exterior panels, you have interior panels, you have cables on those inside parts, right? That's gonna bring a lot of attractions, right? So maybe you can try that too. I don't have those kind of like panels on it. Anyway, so that's gonna be it for this entire ZBrush 2018 hard surface techniques. Okay, now of course different people may work in different ways, so this is just my way. You can of course explore different ways and see what else you can come up with. Again, it's up to you now, right, to create your own detail and own mechanical shape. One of the things I do recommend you to not to do is adding a lot of detail everywhere, and also similar sizes. Like actually I'm having that little trouble here around. I have the similar shape, similar circles, similar size, right? Try to avoid that. Build density variations, so you can have a lot of detail in the focused part, like the eye, and you have lesser detail on some of the areas to make them more empty. It's like 30% of the area should have high density detail, and 70% should be fairly empty, so that you have this variations instead of having detail everywhere. Alright, that's my last suggestion for you. Alright, that's it. So thanks for watching. See you next time.